Hey, thanks for joining. I'm out on a little stroll this afternoon here in Texas. There's absolutely no winter left. It is nice and toasty. I wanted to just do a little walk and vlog, I guess, as I'm thinking about things and a little bit about me here. I'm 54. Like to run, do a little strength training and what have you, and that's kind of what this channel is all about, is my journey to get in shape, stay capable and able to do things as, you know, we fight father time. I've got a bit of a knee injury that I'm working on, and so kind of my goal is to get that thing rehabbed so I can get back to running. That's really what I like to do. And then keep up some strength training, which I've been working on the last year or so, off and on, more consistent, or I should say more inconsistent than not, but you know, some bits I have done all right, and then I'll fall off for a while and have to climb back in there. Nothing crazy. Try to keep it at 45 minutes a day or so, just for the strength training when I'm doing it, and that's not every day. 3 or 4 times a week. Doing cardio when I can. Right now, just walking, a little bit of elliptical, but I'm not a fan of the elliptical machine, so I try to avoid that. But the knee injury is really frustrating because I really feel better about things when I'm running. It's easier for my whole diet plan and everything to work together, it seems like, when I'm running, because I feel more guilty about cheating on the diet when I got to go run, or I have run. So all that stuff seems to work hand in hand. Walking, while I think is way better for your joints, or I know it is, and can be just as effective if you're consistent at it. Just doesn't excite me the same, and doesn't have the same impact on my overall ability to stay with the program. So that's where I'm at. But plan to get a handle on that. This channel is part of my accountability check. So as I try to figure this thing out, with my body and getting things in shape, trying to figure things out with this channel and how to do videos and relay the message, or the vlogs, or whatever I'm trying to say. That is part of my check to keep me going. So appreciate you joining in if it interests you at all. As far as the channel going forward, it's going to be kind of all over the place for a bit, I think, as I try to figure out what I'm able to get done, or effectively get done. I'm just not used to talking on camera. It's highly apparent, and we got to get better at that. I think that'll come in time as I get better at expressing my thoughts, and not having to try to write it down or script anything, because currently I can't read a teleprompter either. So it's pretty painful to sit there and listen to it. I understand, but hopefully that gets better. And in the meantime, I'm just going to keep throwing it out there, because that's the only way I can get better. And since it's part of my accountability check, I don't really have a choice. So there's that. Now, ultimately, I think my plan for tracking my fitness and what have you is I'll do weight check-ins, and actually my target for my weight right now, I'm somewhere around 170, and I'm 5'9", so I'm not a very big dude, but I think I need to lose like 10 pounds if it was just losing fat pounds, but then so somewhere around 160. But if I was gaining muscle and put on 5 pounds of muscle, I think 165 could be a good number for me. you know, just start moving the proportions around and getting rid of fat and adding muscle. So I think that would be good. So that's my target right now. I'm gonna figure out a routine once I get a few videos going of when things will come out, and you know, maybe a vlog versus some kind of workout or what have you. But right now, gonna be all over the place. As for the workouts, you know, like I said, I'm 3 to 4 days a week. I'm in my garage gym, so I have a small gym. I do have some weight, so I can throw a little weight around. Nothing crazy, but I do have the ability, you know, to use a bench and dumbbells and even some pull down type stuff. You know, it's a decent little setup for the garage, but I'm probably working some other stuff, and you know, maybe some kettlebells. That sounds painful. And you know, farmer carries, stuff like that. So I will eventually get my starter workout up here for you guys to see and criticize or comment on, or just let me know, because I really don't have any training in any of this. Wasn't a weightlifter growing up. Played soccer some, but not really in the weight room ever. So outside of seeing my kids do it, I hadn't done much at all. So we're here to change that. And going forward, as far as recovery and diet, supplements and all that, start with the diet. I'm going to pretty much do a paleo based diet. So everything's got to come from the earth pretty much, I believe. I'm not avoiding carbs, but we'll just stay away from processed stuff as best we can. And, you know, meats and fish and plenty of protein. I think even in my best, when I'm cutting weight and not eating total junk, I do not ever get enough protein. So I got to try to fix that. So I think that's about 140 grams a day, which would be new for me, at least to get it consistently. Oh, by the way, I'm out on the trail today, just down the street from the house. So hiding from the sun a little bit here in the woods. It's not too bad. I can get a good, you know, 6 to 10 mile trail walk. Part of that's road getting here, but so take a mile or two off of that. But okay, so back. So that was diet. Now recovery. Well, actually, let's go to supplements. Supplements. I just had a blood panel done, so that's being assessed to get me straightened up on all my, you know, different levels and vitamins, whatever. So I'll be getting the proper multivitamin and any supplements that I'm lacking, you know, to try to clean that stuff up, get all my marks right, or at least tightened up, and see if we start feeling better just by tightening up those markers. And then beyond that, I'm going to work on exercises for this knee of mine, which I believe I said earlier is some kind of MCL injury. History for my leg is the IT band on the outside was what typically would cause me issues. I've been working through that with all the running I had been doing the last couple of years, or mainly last year and a half or so. But I still don't stretch worth a darn, and I think it's, you know, ultimately everything is getting taxed because of it. But the MCL thing, man, I just can't shake it. I'll let it go, rest it, and then just tweak it again. Doesn't take much. You know, I'm not even running, but you know, as soon as I think about it, it starts hurting again. It's pretty crazy. So I'm looking at alternatives for that outside of rest and recovery and any kind of stretching or core work to try to, you know, take any kind of pressure off of, you know, tendons or muscles or anything that's, you know, being impacted because something else isn't working right. So going to be looking into peptides, so we'll see what that means, and try to get this leg going good, because I'd really like to be running, well, as soon as possible, but I'd like to set a target to get in a run at the end of the year, or early next year, depending, some kind of distance run. I love trail runs, I like marathons, but right now I just can't do either one. So that is the goal there. And then the other thing I'd like to address is, while I'm trying to tighten everything up and get the markers straight, eat better, get it all lined out, is my sleep. So I suffer from sleep apnea, and probably the last 5 years have been, I think I was snoring well before that, but the last 5 years have been just terrible. Who knows what I feel like I aged in that amount of time, because I pretty much never feel rested, no matter whether I feel like I slept through the night or not. So that's terrible. Yeah, I've had CPAP. I still have it, and I hate it. So that doesn't help me much, because I just can't stand it. Doesn't do much for me. I think one night when I first got it, it seemed to work well, and I felt actually rested, and that was like, 4 years ago. So something like that. So that's out. I've tried mouth guards, all this kind of stuff. So all that stuff's out. Also, I know alcohol can play a part in all this. So, trying to cut that out for the most part, and just, if I do partake, it'll just be for, special occasion, or definitely trying not to make it, just part of the routine. One, it just kills all your gains, hurts your sleep, weight loss, all the things. So recovery. So obviously that's an easy one to say, but that is part of the plan. So we're just going to tighten this all up. That's it. I just wanted to give you a little rundown on this. Thanks again for joining. If it interests you at all, stick around. I'm gonna keep throwing these videos out there. I don't know, again, like I said, I don't know the frequency yet. Like to say once a week for sure. But and I like to say, very little editing and such, because I just think that's what I prefer to do. Easier for me to get them out, and then not be some big production that I don't even know how to do anyway. But we'll figure that out as we go. Some of it, the one I already did was so bad, I had to chop that thing all up. I'm not sure it did much for it, but so we'll probably have some kind of combination of things. But if I could do the vlog type stuff, or just off the cuff in the garage gym, I think that'd be good. I just gotta have enough to talk about, and feel comfortable expressing it. So that's it for today. You guys have a great week.